It is a medical mission one Canadian eye surgeon will never forget. Dr. Yasser Khan recently returned from Gaza, where he's still processing the scale of suffering he witnessed every day. In all, he estimates he had to remove 10 eyeballs as patients poured in, injured and disfigured from airstrikes and shrapnel. And Dr. Khan is joining us this morning. Welcome to your morning. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
I understand you and I were just chatting that this is something that you're still working through, still processing. I want to talk about the surgeries that you did. 10 eyes, and I understand most of those patients were children. We are going to share some of the images that you've shared with us. Given the nature of the fact that they're surgery, they are graphic, so I'll warn you about that now. What are the cases that stand out most to you? What are the ones you're thinking about most?
I mean, overall, it was a horrific scene. And, you know, it was almost like hell on earth, basically. I mean, I've been working for 20 years. I've done a lot of humanitarian work, gone in a lot of conflicted zones, and I've never, in 20 years of practice, ever seen something like this.
What did you see that was so different?
Well, it was almost like a tsunami. It was the extent of the devastation, the rate at which the injuries came in, almost on an hourly basis. The ages, it was like age 2, 6, 13, 14, 17, just all children coming in with not only the eyes were shattered with shrapnel, because shrapnel, you know, in an explosive situation, shrapnel goes everywhere, and we keep our eyes open. Our eyes are not closed. So you had injuries. The eyes were just completely shattered, along with their face and eyelid lacerations. And so it was just the rate of which it occurred. It was amazing. I mean, when I got there, the first thing I noticed was like there was bombs going every hour. So the Israeli forces were dropping bombs every hour.
Could you hear them? Could you feel them?
I could. They're only about a kilometer away from me. So they're almost every 1, 2, 3 hours, and I could hear them. And when they would drop, your whole body would shake, and everything would shake. And then they would say, you know what? Give it 15 minutes, the mass casualties will start coming in. And boy, did they come in! Like they came in horrific numbers. I mean, I've never seen it before. I mean, the hospital itself was overloaded with about 20,000 refugees living inside and outside, displaced people. There was inpatients and patients everywhere on the floor, outside, with major orthopedic head trauma, but yet they're on the floor because there's no beds. And you would walk through and you would see people in these makeshift shelters because there's no tents and they're all homeless. And so the kids would come in, and you know, one thing I noticed was that there's children everywhere. They're not in school, they're playing, they're crying, I mean, there's a lot of children. I've never seen this many children before. So it's logical that if a bomb will drop, you'll get mostly children. And it was just, I mean, the number of amputations I saw, that I helped with a little bit. I don't do amputations, but I was assisting. Multiple limbs. It wasn't just one leg, it was 2 legs. It was 2 arms. There's 1 leg, 1 arm. Young people, I mean, I don't think I saw anybody more than 20 years old, personally, having these amputations. So it was
so
just
under the age of 20, so really young. We know that the population in Gaza already is quite young. You know, the last couple of days, there have been targeted strikes on medical centers in Khan Yunis. You were in Khan Yunis, not the hospital you were at, but I understand Al Jazeera reporting yesterday that some of the hospitals are now running out of food. How able are you to do your job in the hospital? Do you have the anesthesia you need? Are there painkillers? What's there and what's missing?
Well, it's a very difficult scenario. The health system has collapsed. So, I mean, you know, there's one fully functioning hospital left now, which is overloaded. But, I mean, you know, most of the hospitals have been evacuated or bombed or destroyed. And Nasser Hospital, which was one of their major hospitals, almost like a St. Michael's hospital for them, was forcefully evacuated. It's still minimally functioning. There's no food left. You also got to understand that it's not just the hospitals. About 300 healthcare workers have been killed, right? Ambulances are gone. Sewage pipes have been bombed. Water pipes have been bombed. And you have at least 10,000 bodies under the rubble, and it's raining there. So what happens is that sewage mixes with drinking water, or whatever that's there, and as rainwater seeps through these dead bodies that are under the rubble, the bacteria mixes with the water, and so disease is rampant. I mean, you could smell it when I was there. There is, 2,000% increase in gastrointestinal illnesses. The kids are sick, you know, and so if the bombings will not get you, they will go by disease in higher numbers probably. So it was just horrific. Yeah.
I mean, I know you're aware that it's difficult to get information out of that part of the world right now, but you've just been there, you're here with us. What do you want people here to know?
I mean, I want people to know that this, you know, this bombing has to stop. There has to be a ceasefire. And the thing is that even if there's a ceasefire today, thousands will continue to die because of infection, disease, amputations, injury. So, you know, once this is over, if there's a Gaza left and whatever there's left, the whole world will have to come to the help of these people to help them rebuild. But, you know, it's horrific, yeah.
Dr. Khan, I want to thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
And thank you for the work that you just did.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.